One of the challenges that many of my composer friends face is having to create musical variations on existing pieces of music. Changing the harmonic structure can often really set a difference in tone, color, and mood for a piece of music. Let's take a look at how we can easily change the harmonic structure of music using the chord track in Cubase. First thing we want to do is to make sure that we have a chord track in the project. So if you don't have a chord track, right-click in the track column list here, go to Add Track, and choose Chord Track. To enter in values in the chord track, select the drawing tool, and you could enter in a chord, double-click on the chord, and that will open up a chord definition. So you can say, I want this to be an E minor 7th chord. To erase a chord, select the eraser tool and erase like so. Now what we want to do is to select all of our tracks. I'll select the top track, hold down the Shift key, and select my bottom MIDI track. At this point, all those tracks will be selected, and in the inspector, there's a chords tab. In the follow chord track, I'm going to choose chords and scales. Now what I've done is we're looking at the first violin piece here in the score, but we've told all of the tracks to basically be a harmonic slave or a harmonic parasite to what is in the chord track. So let's go ahead and just take a quick listen to get our harmonic bearings here. So popular Bach piece, of course. So now what we want to do is to actually make our variations. And as we make changes in the chords here, what it's going to do is actually affect the MIDI data in the parts themselves. And we're going to just see the first violin part, but it'll do it to all the parts. So I'm going to select these two. And let's say from G major to D major, what I want to do is to turn those into minor chords. So now, as we do this, we see that in our music part that all the B naturals turned into B flats, and when we go to the D chord, all the F sharps turn into F naturals. So now we'll listen to it. Now let's say I wanted to modulate up to go a major second up, a whole tone up. So I'm going to select these chords here, and then from my root key, let's go from G to A. And as I do this, you'll watch the notation view. It automatically changes like so. So now we'll go from the minor and let's say there I wanted to go to the relative minor, so I could double click and let's go from G major to E minor and see how that sounds. So you can see it's very easy to kind of take an existing piece of music and change it. So let's say I wanted these to go back to major, and we'll listen to our modulation going up the whole step. Now, if I really wanted to, what I could do is actually have multiple alternative variations of the chord track in the form of a track version. So here, if I wanted to see this just as minor and have these switch to minor without the modulation, But now what I could do is if I wanted to combine different elements of the different chord tracks, what you could do is do a new version. And let's say first I want to select our minor version that we have here. I'm going to select these chords. And then I'm going to go to Edit, to Copy. Let's go to our new version. And then what I want to do, even though my cursor could be moved into different locations, I'm going to go to Functions and choose Paste at Origin. Now, let's say I wanted to do the variations I had in the original one where I modulated up here. And again, I can select those and go to Edit, Copy. Let's switch our track version here. And again, Functions to Paste at Origin. And now you could have different aspects of different chord tracks in kind of a master chord track. So you can see that every time that you do a change here in a chord track, all of your music and your MIDI information will automatically change and follow the new chord track once it's been specified and told to do so in the inspector. So you can see how incredibly powerful creating musical variations is using the chord track in Cubase. If you found this video helpful, please feel free to like the video and to subscribe to the YouTube channel.